You've been told your whole life that the goal is to save, save, save. You've been conditioned to believe that a massive bank account at the end of your life is the ultimate trophy. But what if I told you that dying with $1 million in the bank isn't a success? It's a mathematical failure. Today, we are diving into a book that is controversial, viral ready, and guaranteed to change how you look at your bank account. Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. Let's start by looking at two different lives. On the left, we have Arthur. Arthur was the perfect saver. Every bonus, every tax refund, and every spare cent went straight into his retirement accounts. He skipped the European backpacking trip in his 20s to be responsible. He worked 60-hour weeks in his 40s instead of coaching his daughter's soccer team because he wanted to ensure a comfortable retirement. Arthur is now 85. He has $3 million in his brokerage account, but he also has a failing heart, knees that won't let him walk more than 50 feet, and a daughter he barely knows. On the right, we have Elena. Elena read Die with Zero when she was 30. She saved aggressively, but she also spent aggressively on things that mattered. She took the trips. She bought back her time to be with her kids. She helped her son buy his first house when he was 28, not by leaving him an inheritance, but by giving him the money when he actually needed it. Elena is also 85. Her bank account is hovering near zero, but her hospital room is filled with family, photos of a life fully lived, and zero regrets. Here is the cold, hard truth. Arthur didn't win. He actually worked thousands of hours for free. Those years he spent grinding for the last $1 million, he will never spend that money. It will sit in an account until he passes away. In Bill Perkins' world, those hours were a life energy trade that Arthur lost. Most financial books focus on how to accumulate. This book is about how to optimize. It's about spending your money while you are still young and healthy enough to actually enjoy it. If you die with $1 million, that is $1 million worth of experiences you traded your life for but never got to have. Today, we're going to learn how to live a life with no wasted energy. Perkins starts with a radical idea. The goal of your life should be to maximize your life fulfillment, not your bank balance. We often forget what money actually is. Think of money as a tool. Like any tool, it's only useful if you use it. If you have a hammer but never drive a nail, the hammer is useless. If you have money but never spend it on something that improves your life or the lives of others, that money is just numbers on a screen. Let's look at the math of wasted life. If you earn $50 an hour and you die with $50,000 in the bank, you essentially worked 1,000 hours for nothing. Those are 1,000 hours you could have spent with your kids, traveling, or learning a hobby. You traded the most valuable, finite resource you have, your time and life energy, for pieces of paper that you left behind. So why do we do this? Perkins identifies three main culprits. 1. Fear. We are terrified of running out of money. The financial industry profits off making us feel insecure about our future, pushing us to build higher and higher walls of cash. 2. Habit. We get so good at saving that we don't know how to stop. When you spend 40 years programmed to hoard, flipping the switch to spend feels psychologically wrong. And 3. Status. We think a high net worth equals a high self-worth. We treat our portfolio balance like a high score in an arcade game. But Perkins argues that for many people, the survival phase of saving lasts way too long. We continue to save as if we are 25 when we are actually 65. To die with zero means you have perfectly timed your life so that your last dollar is spent on your last day. While that's impossible to hit exactly, aiming for it is the only way to avoid the Arthur trap. This is perhaps the most beautiful and mathematically profound concept in the book. You already know about compound interest in the stock market, but Perkins introduces something far more valuable, the memory dividend. When you pay for an experience, like a month-long backpacking trip through Europe or front-row tickets to see your favorite band, you aren't just paying for that single moment in time. you are buying a dividend that pays out for the rest of your life. When you go on a trip at age 25, you get to enjoy the dividend of that memory for the next 60 years. You talk about it at parties, you look at the photos, and you smile when you think about it. Every time you recall that memory, you are receiving a payout. If you wait until you're 70 to take that same trip, you only get 10 or 15 years of dividends. The payout window is drastically shorter. The lesson is clear. Investing in experiences early in life pays a much higher interest rate than investing in the stock market because the memories compound over time. This flips traditional retirement advice on its head. Usually we're told, don't buy the latte, invest the $5. Perkins says, if that latte is enjoyed with a friend you haven't seen in years, that $5 is an investment in a memory dividend that might be worth more than the $50 it would have become in your 401k or RRSP. The financial industry tells you to delay gratification endlessly. Perkins tells you that delaying gratification too long means destroying the very gratification you were saving for.
There is a tragic mismatch in traditional retirement planning. In your 20s, you have health and time, but no money. In your 40s, you have health and money, but no time. In your 70s, you have money and time, but your health is declining. Perkins introduces the ability to enjoy curve. The reality is that your ability to enjoy a rugged hike, a 12-hour flight, or even a late-night concert declines as you age. If you save all your money for age 65, you are betting that your 65-year-old self will want to do the same things your 35-year-old self wants to do. They won't. A 75-year-old with $5 million cannot buy back the ability to go water skiing like a 30-year-old. No amount of wealth can reverse the biological clock. To fix this, Perkins offers a lifestyle design tip. Don't wait for retirement. Look at your bucket list and categorize it by age. This is called time bucketing. Instead of a single list of things to do before you die, divide your life into 5-year or 10-year buckets. Active buckets, backpacking, extreme sports, intensive travel. Do these now. Passive buckets, reading, luxury cruises, gardening. Save these for later. If you put off the active items until you're retired, you might find you have the money, but your body has closed the window of opportunity.
One of the biggest reasons people save is to leave something for the kids. It sounds noble, but Perkins challenges this with a very logical question. When do your kids actually need the money? The average age people inherit money is in their late 50s or early 60s. By that point, your children are likely already established in their careers. Their houses are bought, their kids are grown. They've already struggled through their 20s and 30s when $20,000 or $50,000 would have been life-changing. Waiting until you die to give an inheritance is heavily suboptimal. 1, for the kids, they get the money when they are too old to use it for its maximum impact, like a down payment on a first home or starting a business. And 2, for you, you don't get to see them enjoy it. Perkins suggests giving your inheritance while you are still alive. Give it to them when they are between 25 and 35. You get the joy of watching them build their lives, and they get the capital when it matters most. You become a benefactor of their success in real time, rather than a name on a legal document read by a lawyer. Most people think their net worth should be a line that goes up until the day they die. Perkins argues it should be a curve. There is a point in your life where you should stop focusing on growing your pile and start focusing on decumulating it. If you don't pick a date to start spending down, you will naturally default to working until you can't. How do you find your peak? For most people, the peak of their wealth should happen somewhere between age 45 and 60. After that, you should slowly start spending more than you earn. This is terrifying for many, but Perkins provides a framework to protect yourself. 1, calculate your survival number. How much do you actually need to not go hungry? Be realistic about your bare minimum expenses. 2, annuities and insurance. Use tools to guarantee that survival floor. By purchasing an annuity, you transfer the longevity risk, the fear of outliving your money, to an insurance company. 3. Spend the rest. Once your floor is covered, every extra dollar should be converted into an experience or a gift.
Bill Perkins isn't telling you to be irresponsible. He isn't telling you to blow your rent money on a party. He's telling you to be more responsible. Responsible for the limited time you have on this planet. Wealth isn't just about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most disciplined about your own happiness. As you construct the blueprint for your life, remember the 4 core rules. 1. Money is just a tool for experiences. 2. Don't wait to give. See your impact while you're alive. 3. Invest in memory dividends early. And finally, die with 0 is the 4th core rule. Don't leave your life energy on the table for someone else to spend. Your life is a book. Don't spend the whole time writing the prologue and then run out of ink before the best chapters. If you found this visual summary helpful, hit that subscribe button. We're helping you build a legacy that isn't just about a bank account, but a life well lived.